It was unlike any response I've had before or after that time in Oklahoma. I've got these images kind of floating through my head, and I'm listening to the radio as we're going up, and I'll listen to the frantic, exchanges of ambulances and those type of things responding. But to get there and just see that with my own eyes, the scale of it was just something that is still a hard picture to put behind you.
I actually saw the smoke as I was going into the Capitol. We met with the governor real quick, came over here for a quick look to see what we could see, and there's cars were still burning in the parking lot, and the tree was on fire. People were going everywhere, carrying people out. We decided we were in the way at that moment, other than I needed to call the National Guard to be activated and prepared to come down, because we knew at some time we were going to have to set up some type of support in a perimeter around the area.
I kind of floated in between both worlds, but the need then was more for me to be in the brown uniform as a trooper for the law enforcement aspect of it than the green uniform for the support aspect of it. But as far as seeing the Highway Patrol and the National Guard and all of these agencies work hand in hand together, I've got a first front row seat to that. It was pretty remarkable to watch it unfold.
They had moved all of the truck and dug up all of the contents of the hole where the explosion was, and it was considered a crime scene, and they had to analyze everything, the dirt, every piece there was. They had it out there laying in pieces, and they had to sift through that by their hands. We warned them that there may be some body parts in there, and it was a very, very, very tough mission to put young soldiers out there sifting with their hand, looking for body parts, something enough that they could get some DNA or something off of. And the secondary part was to find pieces of the truck that had been blown apart, and so that they could reassemble it.
It just underscores how important this circumstance is if the military is coming in to help out. And I think it's important for us as guardsmen to be able to, we have an advantage because we're coming from our communities. We're a part of our communities. We're not transient. We go to school here and we work here and we live here. And so when you see your neighbors showing up in uniform at an incident like this and you have that connection with them, it's a good thing. Oklahoma's always going to need the Guard, always. Doesn't matter if it's a flood or tornado or a grass fire or an ice storm or unfortunately a COVID-19 response. The Guard is always going to be a part of that response. And so the fact that we have young men and young women that join and are willing to serve and that need to serve the state of Oklahoma and our nation, just a measure of gratitude for me.
Right about here in the pond was where the bomb actually went off, right? Just, maybe 20 yards out there. There's a monstrous hole there.
I think people's bonds are stronger after they've endured a hardship. We all endured that tragedy together. And because of that, we all have that common bond of that event, and it made us better. For the 25th anniversary, I really just would like to send my prayers and my heart to all those people that are living with that memory, particularly the victims, because we had 168 people that we lost that day in that violent moment. But there were countless families that were connected to those 168 people, and they haven't forgotten this incident. So my heart and prayer goes out to those people, and I wish them a measure of calmness and peace. And as Adjutant General now, 25 years later, I just want to say I'm really proud of the role that the Oklahoma National Guard played when it came time to respond to that horrible day in Oklahoma's history.